Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me on this video. I hope that you are all well and doing as well as you can. I am just wanting to show you today Kevopolis, which is called that because I love Call Me Kevin, the YouTuber, otherwise known as the God of Chaos. You may have heard of him. But yeah, he is wonderful. I adore his videos and they have gotten me through some very difficult times. Well, they're still getting me through some very difficult times, but he's been doing a bit of a long form let's play type style recently. I think because he's having quite a tough time himself. And so yeah, this inspired me to share my Minecraft world that he had already inspired. And basically I just wanted to show you around what I have done and my house and various other things, because I know he was asking for tips and tricks and basically advice, and he knows Minecraft way better than me. Most people do. Um, I genuinely haven't played Minecraft for more than a year, I don't think. But yeah, this is my house. um, when I spawned in this world, it was a swamp, hence the mushroom. Um, But this is right at the border. I don't know if you can see the grass changing hue as I go forwards and backwards. So all of this is swamp, and then that is like more hills and mountains and so on. Ooh, I've managed to jump off. I forgot I was not in creative mode. One sec. There we go. Yeah. Whee. So yeah, there is a bunch of oak trees and hello. And there's basically these big hills. One of them is even tall enough to have some snow on the top. I think it is this one. Yes, it's definitely this one. And if you are wondering, oh, hello. The faces of the llamas have changed as well, right? That's not just me imagining that. And the texture on the coats look more detailed, like it's trying to make it look more shaggy. I'm not imagining that, am I? I don't think I am. But yes, sorry, if you are wondering what that is, I will get to it later. But for now, yeah, this is my abode. I don't know why the biome has the grass be like pretty green just for this one section and the rest of it's quite dark. But yeah, this is a tree made out of frog lights. I don't know if I like it or not, so let me know if you think it's super ugly. But maybe reserve judgment until next time. I can't decide if I like it or not, so yeah. You can see some mushrooms in the distance. This cherry tree I planted, and there is also over here a fir tree and an azalea tree, because I thought they were cool. This is like a torch, if you will. And one of the things that Kevin was talking about actually was the fact that torches can be quite ugly. So rather than having them dotted around like on the surface, what I've tended to try and do is put them in the ground. Which all of the glass cubes that you see and the torches in the ground I did on survival mode. Obviously there are extra torches dotted around that I didn't get to, but the frog lights were then introduced in creative mode because I found them on the menu, or inventory, I should say. That one, to be specific. And they are just, yeah, they're very cool. They're very convenient. I have no idea how you actually make them in the, proper game. But yeah, the frog lights are very convenient. They slot in nicely, much like the torches in the cubes. And I don't know, I just think they're quite aesthetically pleasing. But let me know what you guys think. Perhaps you hate them. But yes, here we go. There were a lot more trees here, but I have cleared it out, partly just because I think it looks a bit nicer to have forest, but also slightly less dense areas as well. If you caught that noise just then, that is one of my many fish catching systems. So I have a couple here, but there is a bigger version further down. But magma blocks. So, oh yeah, some of the underwater lighting system is also pumpkins. Oh yeah, I've got what about these little tunnels? But magma block bubbles go down, you get pulled onto them, or anything swimming by gets pulled onto them, and because it's being pulled on to a surface that is ultimately hurting it, this happens. Effortless fish. If I switch back to survival mode for a sec, um, so if you go on the magma blocks, you get pulled down instantly and it hurts. But if you are crouching and you go on them, in actual fact, your oxygen regenerates and you don't get hurt anymore. So here is me not crouching. Here is me crouching. So yeah, if you need to go underwater for a long amount of time, then you can always just get a magma block and bring it with you, or get a few, bring them with you. Ooh, maybe we'll see it in action. Come on, pull down the fishy. But you're so big, how did it not pull you down? I shouldn't forget that I'm on survival mode and it's nighttime. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's better. You might think I'm being paranoid, but you would be surprised. Despite all of these lights, stuff does still manage to spawn, especially phantoms. But yeah, let me give you a better tour now that it is nighttime and everything is lit up. We've got our little farm here. Some pumpkins growing over there. Oh, there we go. There's the fish trap in action. It works really quite well, actually. Yeah. And then you get bones as well. So not only do you get a source of food, but you also get bones, which are very handy for bone meal, etc. I got distracted because I was just wondering if I kept doing this, how many it would let me do and whether it would run out. Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess that you can just do that until you hit the 64 limit and then they run out. Interesting. Okay. Sorry. Back to the tour. Yeah, so I love firefly bushes. I love them so much. And I always want to make more, which I probably shouldn't make too many, but I do. Because I just really like them. I like the fact that they create a nice ambient atmosphere and the little calm, glowy sparkles. This tree has amethyst, excuse me, on the bottom of it because I thought it would look kind of neat, and there are flog lights. There are frog lights inside it. Most of all the mushrooms around here should be lit up because I have put, well, here's a good example. I've put glowberries underneath and in most of them. Having said that, we are now looking at some that I've clearly missed, but most of them, roughly, yeah, you can see that they're lit up even in the distance. Yeah, and I've tried to make this area as well more traversable slash less mob prone, which generally seems to have worked. I also think the sheep look has changed as well, right? That's definitely updated. I do think I preferred the older sheep because they looked more derpy. And there used to be a lot of frogs, but there aren't as many frogs anymore. And I think that's maybe because I got rid of all the grass. But I don't know what to tell you. I just don't like the grass very much. So I have expanded the lights quite far, as you can see in the mushrooms and so on, although I've clearly missed a few. But that is basically, yeah, that's the local area. Looking at that now reminds me of the fact that I originally built that not for aesthetic reasons, but so that I could find my way back again, because I'll include a clip of me finding my way back eventually, but I was lost for so very long. Oh my gosh, I think I'm actually back. I'm back! Oh my god! I've been trying to get back here for so long! Because I just went on a bit of an adventure and I totally lost where I was, and I left a trail for myself, but it didn't exactly work out, so just do this. You might want to look away if you get dizzy easily. And then I will show you the house. But yeah, I just wanted to do this kind of in honor of Kevin, and dedicate it to him and his wonderful way of being. Basically, I really appreciate what he does, and I love his style and his sense of humor, but how genuinely lovely he is as a person. Oh gosh, maybe that's a bit overkill. Probably won't see this, but I hope that he ends up having a much easier time of it, because I know he's had a tough time recently, and he is still going through a tough time, and oh, that is a lot. I'm sure he knows that there are a lot of people who love him and what he does and his work, and they appreciate him. So yeah, I don't know how much of help, if any, this will be to him, but I guess we'll see. So this copper was left outside for months to turn green, and it has clearly done that. I've got a cauldron. I don't know how to use it. There is a torch underneath, so I don't know if the little wisps that you're seeing there are because the water is technically boiling, or if that's from the torch passing through. I have no idea. I have never brewed a potion. I don't know how. But I don't really care. I've got it in case I ever do, so yeah. This is the back of the house, and so we've got a little, if you wanted to be, for whatever reason, a bit of a creep, I suppose, you could climb up the back, and that's the bedroom. The soul lantern is courtesy of a massive mine shaft that had a skulk castle thing. It was really weird. It was a castle, and there was also a lot of wool and a lot of soul lanterns and skulk sensors. Yeah, it was a bit strange, but I didn't intend for the window to be pansexual colours, but that happened, and I think it looks really nice, actually. The living room here is all glass, aside from this one block, which I should probably sort out because that's going to annoy me. But I also don't want to destroy the banner by accident, so I'll make sure to do that properly later. We've got some flowers, and yeah, nice little tiled, cobble tiled, mossy tiled cobbles things. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, I don't know if that's thunder. I don't know what that is. Anyway, into the house. I'm going to do that just on the off chance a creeper comes by, because even though I'm in creative mode, if there is a way for a creeper to still blow up, it will be me that finds it, and I don't want the house to get damaged. So, yeah, we've got a couple of tree saplings in some clay planters that I made from getting clay out of the river and then turning into brick via these furnaces. And yeah, if you didn't know, you can still use the furnace even though the front of it is blocked off. I don't know exactly how that is meant to work, but it does. So, hooray. Got my crafting table there. I've got a whole bunch of shelves. And a fun fact with this is that you can fit several of the same thing on a shelf. So I can swap that out if I wanted to. But you can also, if I were to pick up, say, let me see. Here we go. If I was to pick up any of these, there's actually about 20 vines, I believe, in that one slot. So the slots kind of work the same as your inventory ones. Right, I'll change that back to survival mode because I think that will be easier to navigate. Okay, so I've got 5. Okay, that's not actually doing anything. Right, but I have got mushrooms. And that's all the mushrooms then. So, yeah, and then if I wanted to take them, there's the 15 back. So, yeah, in case you didn't know that, that is a thing that you can do. That's now going to bother me if I don't sort that out. And you have to have an empty slot to take something. Otherwise it won't let you, it will just say swap. Which, these are all things that I'm sure those of you watching, if you are, thank you very much if you're still watching, you probably already know that, very much so, but in case anybody's watching that doesn't. So, oh yeah, here we go. I didn't have to fish for any of these. They were all caught, oh, and so were these cod, via the, oh, and the cooked salmon, via the magma block entrapment system. No, there's got to be a better acronym that I can come up with, because that's not even an acronym, that's just an abbreviation. If I was thinking MBE, which would be kind of a joke to people that live in Britain, perhaps, but it's not that funny of a joke, so it's not really worth it. But yeah, I have a sort of organised house, but shelves are the main thing. We've got a couple of firefly bushes, we've got some glowberries, which light up the place, which is nice. A little flower pot. Various quote-unquote important stuff that I will do something with at some point. I have never ever played Minecraft to its completion. I've never done anything like beaten the Ender Dragon, or I don't know if I ever will. If I do, it probably wouldn't be by myself, because I think I would find it more fun with somebody else. But yeah, I have been in a lot of mine shafts, and that is how I have got so many glistering melon slices. Why is it glistering and not glistening? What is glistering when it's at home? It sounds painful. Here is some just other important stuff that I will probably need at some point, or particularly useful stuff. Yeah, and various flora type things that I can't eat versus edibles, and then dyes, basically, armor, and potions of regeneration, which I have found, or I've had an empty bottle on me and I came across a witch's cauldron, and so I just nicked the potion that was in it. Got the magic book table, a loom, armor stand, and I'm really glad that copper has in fact been given more uses now. So beforehand, I think it could literally only be used for furniture or house decoration and railings or lightning rods, but it can now be used as armor and also as tools. So you can get wooden tools, but also copper, iron, gold, and diamond, and so on. It's not the best in terms of quality, but you know, it's better than wood. And copper is also far more prevalent than iron. It's much easier to find, so it's a good thing to tide you over if you need it to. A cartography table, which I have tried to use once, but I don't think it was very successful. A lot of stone, a lot more stone, which is less organized than it should be. And then all the weapons. Got a grindstone, which can fix stuff, which is really good. Yeah. Upstairs then, we've got this room and jukebox. This box, which is full of miscellaneous things. And yeah. Another little banner, which is kind of just blue going into purple, but I quite like it, and it's my house, so I can do what I want. Oh yeah, some glow lichen on the ceiling. This is really good for underwater lighting, and you can make it multiply with bone meal. It's not the brightest necessarily, but it is very, very good, and it will just multiply. And to an extent, you can control which direction it is growing in or spawning in. So if you're not able to find or make frog lights or anything like that, or even copper bulbs, then I recommend glow lichen. And you can get some with shears from any mine shaft, basically. And then, hello, boils. And then, yeah, just bone meal. That's so many eggs, oh my god. Oh, there is a spare lily pad. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm missing one over here. But yeah, I hope you guys like the house. It is quite a unique design, I would say. I didn't look at any inspiration before building it. It just kind of happened, and it's primarily oak. There is some birch. That's a copper door, I think. Actually, that might be an acacia door. And yeah, there's some more mossy tiles. Mossy cobbled tiles. I have no idea what they're called. But yeah. Ah, no! Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, that's too close. And it's gotta be evenly spaced, otherwise I'll be sad. There we go. Yeah! Oh, well, anyway. Okay, I think I must have placed that copper there to make it go green as well. Time to crouch. And collect all my fish. Did I get that one? No, I didn't. Okay, let's see how many fish that got me. 19? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there we are then. That just goes to show that's how many fish that you can catch. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna put these in the Bernie Werney. I have no idea why I just said that. I never usually say stuff like that. I'm gonna blame Worst Pre-Made Ever, because I feel like they've probably said that at some point. There was already a little sort of pond gardeny bit I've added in the mossy cobble. But this, like, pool and everything, minus the light at the bottom there, was already here. And I added in the campfire as well, because why not? Yeah. Just realized that it's dark outside again, and I'm in survival mode. Ooh dear, I should probably go to bed. Just briefly, to keep the phantoms at bay, because I haven't been asleep for quite some time yet. Months even, because I just got lost and I couldn't find my way back. And for those of you saying to yourselves, or in fact frustratingly screaming at the screen, trying to communicate with me, I know that you can teleport in this game. I know that you can bring it up by doing this as well, and it will even tell you how to do it, but I just cannot wrap my head around it, and I'm very strange sometimes in that some things I can just get instantly, but some things like that I just do not understand how it is meant to work. And the teleport system is one of those things, and I'm sure I could understand it if I took the time to actually do that, but no. I would rather just figure it out at some point. I just prefer to figure things out, even though that ostensibly takes longer. Highland Coo! Hello. You're very cute. That was a very quick head move. Ah, was it the sheep? Encroaching upon your territory. Yeah. I haven't done much over here by way of clearing things out, as you can see, because I don't want to change the biome too much, because I don't want the animals that spawn to leave or anything like that, but I will make some more of these. Oh, you can also, I don't know if you know this, I only found this out by accident, if you just take some bone meal and do this, it will just automatically make more stuff grow. And there doesn't have to be anything on the ground. When this happens, it will just do it. Yeah. This works underwater as well, which I'm sure most people know, but in case you don't. Oh, I think that managed to hit the vine. Never mind. Or maybe that's not deep enough, actually. Let me go back to the river, which is much deeper. I do like the new music that Minecraft has as well, which I believe is by the same composer that did the soundtrack for Celeste, the platformer game, which I'm sure most of everyone that plays games ever has heard of, but I had not until somebody told me about it. Right, let's see. There we go. Yeah. Oh, one thing I did forget to show you guys. I have got trapdoors for part of the roof of the house here. Part of it is just that I think it looks nice. So it's just like a nice little, almost like a skylight kind of thing. I know they aren't actually really see-through or barely even translucent, but it gives the impression of that, I think. And yeah, I just think they're really cool. And you can just drop in at a moment's notice if you need to, which is also very useful. But yes, here we go. Some Lily of the Valley. If you don't know, that flower smells incredible in real life. I don't even know how to describe it because it just smells so freaking good. But if you have never had the chance to smell a Lily of the Valley, definitely take it if the opportunity presents itself. So I've made various little paths here and there. I've got tunnels and so on, and an army of dogs actually, which I forgot to show you earlier, but you can see them from here. There's a bunch of dogs, doggos. But even with all my little hidey huts and everything, being able to see out and just having protection when roaming about from phantoms and so on, the best thing that I have done by far is the railway. So let me get out a minecart and put that there, and then get in it. And yeah, before I set off, this is my character. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay. There we go. Hello. That's me. But yeah, let me show you this. So this took me a long time to build, because the majority of this was in survival mode. And so I gathered all of the wood and everything, and the redstone, and the gold, and the iron by hand, largely exclusively by hand. There are random crafting ventures at certain points because I just like to have them about, rather than, I mean, you can carry one on you, but they obviously take up space, and then I forget that I have them, and I forget to put them down, and it's also a case of I do sometimes forget where I've put them, and then I can't find them again. So, yeah. But the reason that I made this was because I wanted to get between A and B quicker, and A and B in this case are home and the cherry blossom area, which I love these trees. And I have got a couple of extra houses actually, because I set up a couple of bases because this is already, we've gotten here pretty quickly, but it is quite a far way to run. Even on a horse, it takes a fair bit of time to get here. Okay, excuse me. Oh dear. Nah, it's fine. So yeah, this is like a halfway point. There's some cats and a bed just in case. And I do have a vine growing down to that water. I don't know, probably won't be able to see it from that angle, but I had to put signs everywhere as well because I kept forgetting where things were. If you're wondering why there are cherry trees on top of that mountain, that is because that's where my second home is. I'm bougie like that. No, I just needed a place to hide from the monsters. And I know that this is probably not the most direct route that I could have taken, but I'm quite pleased with it, actually. Those are just bridges, they're not minecart railway tracks. Not like this one. But yeah. And we are coming to the first town that I found, which I have a special place in my heart for. A lot of the villagers have been killed off, so I want to help them regrow, if you like. Oh, okay, there we go. That's the end of the thing. What the? Okay, my I was blinking. I was like, what the hell has happened to my eyes? Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. Gosh, that really scared me. But I'll put my helmet back on. And I'm going to leave that there for now because it's kind of impressive actually. But yeah, as you can see, I have been hard at work also making this area nice and light. Things do still spawn, even though most of the areas are lit up fairly well, but that's part of the fun. Well, creepers not so much because of how much they can destroy things, but otherwise, it's pretty cool. I also quite like my little setup over here, which is kind of just like a, I don't know, I guess like a little greenhouse almost. But the view is great. The rent is ridiculous, but the view is spectacular, so you know. Tomato, tomato. So I still need to put rail. Well, that was really freaky. It's almost like a mirage. There's no water coming off them, or at least there shouldn't be. No, that's just, I don't know what that is, but anyway, it's cool. Yeah, I need to put rail all the way down here, and then I need to get rid of this because that was the original thing, and it didn't quite work. Well, I mean, it did. It ended up corkscrewing around like a helter-skelter to this platform and then going down to where the other minecart is, but I realized what's the point in having it go all the way to here if I then have to run across the river? So I need to finish doing this and take this across the river to, well, probably even further than there. But yeah, here's the home away from homes 1 and 2. I did officially take over this house, but this fucking guy just wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop going in there. And you know, the reason that this door is fancy is because it was mine. And that is I want to say mahogany, but I'm not sure. Probably not. Cannot remember what kind of wood that is. Red. It's red. Redwood. I have got a couple of horses, which are very cute. Um, I don't know why that's open. That's a bit weird. But Endermen, possibly. Um, but yeah, I've opened all of this up, so you could always add stuff. Oh right, okay, yeah, forgot about the lantern. This is again to protect from phantoms, but if I was needing to do stuff just outside with where all the work things are, and the furnace and so on, I could have put those in the house. In fact, I was going to, but then thieving Git McGee, the villager, decided that no, that was his house, and I didn't want him. I don't know if villagers can do this, but I didn't want him going into my chests and then nicking all of my stuff somehow. So it's probably completely irrational. But yeah, it was enough of a transgression and thereby a worry that I changed everything up. So yeah, do with that information what you will. I don't know why this is like this. I'm gonna get rid of this extra bit. And yeah, why not? This can be some stairs to maybe something at some point. Probably another little tunnel. On the whole, I find Minecraft very... Ooh dear. I was about to say very therapeutic, just as I ran off the edge of a little bit of a cliff. But if I show you from the air, so all of this dappled looking light, all of the torches and all of the glass cubes in the ground and everything, that was again in survival mode. And I've added in these stairs, I've added in the livestock because they were buddy. Are you stuck?
Huh?
Why are you... Do you need help? Should I get rid of this? Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant to do. Don't hate me. What are you doing?
Huh? Huh?
Why are you like this? Can I... Oh. Oh, yeah, there we go. You're free! You're welcome. Sorry for beating the shit out of you. I didn't mean to. Um, I mean, you should be okay because things don't tend to spawn anymore, but there aren't any golems. There was one iron golem that just... Oh, hello, cutie. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to disturb you. There was one iron golem that only hung around here, but it got killed and no more have spawned, so yeah. There are various little holes and things because I was constantly needing to get coal. And yeah, this is my house in this little town, and one of my many cats. Hello. Um, if I show you the rest, well, I've got even more dogs. Hi, buddies. And I have got quite a lot of cats. There are some over that way as well, but these guys are standing here as sentinels, looking very cute. You're welcome. The sort of path of the glow lichen is where I first started my deviation from my average way of playing Minecraft. So there's a path that goes all the way over there, there's a path that goes over that way, and my intention was to be able to... Oh gosh, there's even some seeds still floating here after all that time. My intention was to be able to retrace my steps and just follow it back, but I forgot to be consistent with it, and I also didn't want to spawn too many things and crash the game. So, yeah, I then ended up going out to sea to see what I could see, and I found a whole bunch of other stuff, but I will leave that for another time. I don't know if any of this isn't. And I'm gonna do it again if I need to stop getting distracted. Um, oops, ooh, big cave. Just as I said, I need to stop getting distracted. But yeah, I should. Well, I will show you guys some of the mineshaft in a bit. But at the very top, this town was really weird. I didn't build any of these buildings, by the way. They were already here. I was just able to move into that one because the person that had been occupying it had kicked the bucket. Probably by a creeper. But at the very top, there were these. I have planted these things like this, so it wasn't that they were naturally growing pumpkins. That's my doing. Um, they had beetroots, but they didn't have potatoes. Now we have potatoes, and I definitely got rid of the grass slash weeds up here. But there was also this building, which was empty and has remained empty, and it's a blast furnace, but that's literally it. There is nothing else in here. There probably was some clay blocks at some point, and I don't mean the cooked clay, if you like, that makes the bricks. I mean like terracotta. Oh yeah, sorry, I mean terracotta, not clay. Colourful terracotta, which I've taken and done something with. I can't remember what. But yeah. And then the village path just ends there. What the hell is that noise? Is that you? I think it is. I think that's the pig. Are you confirming? Okay, I've never heard one of the pigs in this game make a noise like that before. That's really strange. Some melons. I've probably gone a little bit overboard with firefly bushes again, but I don't really care because they're really pretty. And it is around here. Here we go. I originally found this by diving in survival mode and doing stuff like just digging a couple of blocks in, and then you can get a kind of gradient of the water. So if you're right at the back and at the top, there is a sliver of air that you can breathe. And then even though that's open underneath it, because of how physics works, that is an air bubble. So the torch is fine. So that's how I lit up the area originally. Now, of course, there's glow lichen, and I've also got the frog lights. I'm just going to spam this a bit because it looks nice. Nice. And yeah, I by accident managed to find this place, which is huge. I mean, basically all the mine shafts are very, very big. Um, but I've done my best to make it light and somewhat easy to navigate. I definitely still get lost, and if I go on an adventure, I know that I could be there for some time. Um, because I know myself and I know what I'm like, and that I can't always remember. Aha! Here are even more cats and dogs. Um, yeah, I forgot about you guys down here. Sorry. Um, what's kind of cool as well, I don't know if other people know this, but if cats are following you around, so if they are not currently sitting, okay, what can I put in there? Do I have any food? Yes, I do. Okay, excellent. So, where are you, bud? You're there. Come on. Right through the middle of the dogs. But if I do this, of course, now is the time it's not going to do it, but the cats will usually go and sit on the furnace because it's warm. And then they will automatically like sit themselves down. You won't need to tell them to sit. So that's pretty cool. Oh, are you going to do it? Not quite. Are you gonna do it? You gonna show the nice people? No. Okay. Yeah, so I hope that this ramble slash yapping session slash Minecraft world tour, albeit brief, has been fun. I haven't nearly begun to explore the entirety of this place. Aha! Okay, so I have made a few signs. I would like to come back and make a railway line that goes through this so that I can not get lost over and over again. Sorry for the stutter. Um, these blocks here that have got the pink carpet on top, that is me telling future me that that is a dead end and there is nothing that way. So to prove a point, that didn't go anywhere. That didn't go anywhere. That didn't go anywhere. Neither did that. So rather than make myself go down the same corridors all the time, because I've forgotten what's down them, I decided to make this as a symbol of there's nothing down here for you, you might as well turn back, basically. Um, I don't know how useful it will be in future, but it's been pretty useful so far, so I'm quite pleased with the system I devised. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this sort of thing. I don't expect that he is, but Kevin, if you're watching, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that this helped even slightly, and was, you know, the kind of Minecraft Let's Play that you could chill out slash fall asleep to. And I hope my voice isn't annoying. But yeah, I've never done anything quite like this before, so let me know what you guys think. I would appreciate the feedback if there's something I could do differently or something I could improve upon or leave out or whatever it is. Yeah, just let me know. But otherwise, have a really good evening and take care of yourselves. And I will hopefully see you in another video really soon. So, bye!